I thought I didn't turn the music down. I was going to be like, excuse me. It did. It's just me. Those are brill. Are there anomalies? Of course there are anomalies. They're fantastic. I also have a wiener to wag at you. Fabulous. We love that. So how are you doing? How is your weekend going so far? I'm probably going to get my arse absolutely fucking handed to us on this. But we must go on. I'm quite far away from the flipping desk, actually, aren't I? Let me just... Apparently not. 1 minute. Where the flipping hell am I going? There we go. Hey, how you doing? That's better. Squished. That's how I normally feel. Okay. I'm such a professional. Everything is set up. Honest. Do. I hope you're doing well. Oh dearest. Did you like the video I made you? It made me chuckle, not even gonna lie. I was like, huh, I'm hilarious. Oh, they're gonna hurt. Oh. I can tell from the way these are placed, they are going to hurt soon. There you go, that's better. Right, I'm just going to move on to the game screen. Otherwise I'll waffle absolute shite. And I know everybody loves that. Let's go. So, I did go and get some extra stuff. So I didn't craft stuff though, because that would have been smart. Didn't do that. But I suppose while we're waiting for anyone to potentially come and say hi, I can do that now. So what did I do? We've got... To be fair, I'm pretty sure I emptied that. Yeah, I did. Right. Nergigante. Definitely going to need some of them. Need those back. Don't need them. Nope. Treat bleeding. That would be handy if it made me bleed. It just makes me dizzy. Which I love. Love that. Nope. Can't trap it. Pointless. Can poison it. Can blow it the fuck up. Can blind it. Right, so... Now a craft. Craft. Ooh, yeah, please. Yeah, please. 100% off. Need immunizer, can't make immunizer. Of course I can't, that would be helpful. I've got a feeling this is going to be like, yeah, Mega Armor Skin filter. What do I need for them? Immunizer. What do I need to make an immunizer? Mandragora. I don't have Mandragora. I don't even think I can grow Mandragora. Okay. Don't say what he has to sell. I didn't even look at the bullets for the love of all that is holy. Probably gonna need some of them yet. That'll do. A boomerang? I don't think we need a boomerang. I'll go get me bullets first. Oh yeah, I don't have a gun. For God's sake. I don't think I can increase them yet, so... Nope. I mean, can't have slicing on it, but you do get the other one. Where's the other gun I was using? That was... Oh, is that... No? That must be it. Yes, that's the one I was using, isn't it? Suppose while I wait, I could quickly go and hunt a Barrett. Get what I need off that. I could. I could try and trap one. Where am I going? There was a reason I came up here and I've completely forgotten what that reason is. I'm gonna hunt a Barrett before I go after the doodah. So I can get that better gun, because that's a nice gun. Ooh, hang on. Idea. Because there's potentially gonna be a hunt we can do. Sorry, pig. Where you get like gold and silver for them. Hello. Look, shall we? Hello. Cheers. Not what I wanted, but like, champion. Right, manage investigations. Let's have a look. Sort. Special rewards. I don't want to hunt a Rathian as well though. I just need the Barrett. There we go. Okay. Ooh, 30 minutes. We should be able to do it in 30 minutes, shouldn't we? Oh, yeah. Post. I think it'll be... Is it optional? No, investigation. Investigation. Excuse me, that one. Palaki water. And if I can find it, hey. Whoop. No, they dropped my bloody controller. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Right, anyway, I'll shut up. Let's go. Oh, I bought wilds. I caved in. I've bought wilds. So I feel like I'll kind of have to push through this. It's like another game to play. But we have wilds now. Woo! Mirage? No, I did not get the Premium Deluxe Edition. I just went with bog standard. I did get a few little goodies with it, though, with it being a pre-order. So you get, like, a uniform, I think, like a cosmetic thing, an art book. Because why not? How are you, my lovely? How you doing? Right. I want this old doggerel gun. The Angry Clifford gun. Which means the Barrett's gonna get it. Now contemplating whether I should pre-order Wild 2 because you convinced me. If you can comfortably do so, do it. I think it'll be worth it. It's gonna be a game that I enjoy. I imagine it'll be a game you enjoy. Treat yourself. Provided you're not gonna fuck yourself over by treating yourself. Ooh. I'm gonna have to, like, we're gonna have to get her some pants. We can't be looking up our shorts all the time. It's just... That booty. I know. Hi, Ollie. How are you? How was the stream? Nope, don't need that. You leave me alone. Oh, there's a Barry. No, I'm not allowed footprint. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Sad that I streamed yet again just for myself. Oh, sorry, Petal. I saw that you started streaming, but I was in the middle of a supermarket. Yeah. But don't be sad. You will get there. Hi, Dee. How are you? Oh no. We are dazed. We are we are not dazed anymore. Woo! Jesus, that's louder. Sorry. Whoop. What I get for looking down. Ha! Take that. How's it going? It was an undesirable mess of getting third all the time anyway. No one needs to say that. That is fair. That is fair. Ain't nobody got C there. Swish. Whoopsie. Now behave yourself. I'm gonna try and not kill it and try and capture it. I promise nothing. Did the mission and colossal task with 2 people, and Tiger basically killed it in 5 minutes. Nice. I'm trying to figure out why it won't let me play it. Initially it said I didn't have enough memory on my PC, so I got rid of like things that weren't going to affect the PC badly by getting rid of them. And now it's just being a pain in the bum. I will get on there. I will. Hopefully. So Panda needs a new PC. Well, I've been told by the person that built us this PC. He's gave us a rough idea of what I need to get a good one. A good functional one. Ah, you can look at buttons to press, but I do not have a buy me a PC button. I was clever. Right. Whee! How are you doing outside of monster hunting? You good? Didn't know how to say it like that. Are you doing well? Okay, first it was too loud. Now I think I've turned it down too much. Snake winning. Right. High NPC now is what? Well, I got told around about half of that. Just to, because the PC I've got's not horrendous, but the upgrades that he would want to put on it would be about 5 to 6, I think he said. Not 1,000, Jesus. Woo! That's a car. Wait, where you going? Swish, swish. Sling, sling. Take that, foul beast. He's going to a live gig tonight, but they changed the song list last minute. Oh! You know me well enough by now to not underestimate my abilities. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Whoops. Yep. Now, you listen here. We shouldn't fight on here, because we might fall down into the bar thing. Who are you going to see? Right. All I want's a claw, so we can make that gun. Run! Run! Yeet. He's gonna jump straight over the top. Yeah. We gotta run ahead, run ahead, run ahead. Keep bloody going. It's about here. Drop. Got it! Yes! Oh, you were performing. Living on a prayer, don't stop leaving, jump here the counter. This is my religion. But I don't have the time in 4 hours to learn these songs and no band rehearsal. No, that's fair. Like, that should not be expected. Even if you already knew the songs, changing it that close to the set times just... Oh, that's a picture. Did we get a... We got the... We got the claw? We got the claw! So that is an image. Exactly, you still need a rehearsal to sort everything out. I'm gonna print screen that. It is quite unrealistic to expect you to be able to in that short amount of time, though. Oh, while I'm here. Boop. Oh! Me and this thing's gonna fall out. I'm gonna ask Bearded Dad how he does his. Because he does his through this stream about thing and his work fine. Mine don't. Oh wow, none of them are working. Okay, well that's just rude. Why aren't any of you working? I'm gonna try again. Nope, okay. I think my shouty thing may be broken. Right, let's see if we can make this gun. Hello? How are you? How was your Taco Bell? I wasn't jealous at all. How are you doing? See if it works for you. Nope, it's busted. Great. Fabulous. You have to fix that. Upgrade. Is that the one I wanted to upgrade? No. Which one did I want to upgrade? That one? Oh, darn it, I hunted the wrong Barroth. Just lurking and sorting Pokemon cards. Ooh. What cards you sort? Are these ones you've like pulled on a stream? Or... Also, where did I post the taco? You posted in Sharon is Karen in the Discord that you may have got too drunk and you're now going for Taco Bell. And I was like, you jammy bastard. Where's my Taco Bell? I didn't say that because it was 4 o'clock in the morning and I honestly didn't trust that you wouldn't just send Taco Bell to my door somehow. So I was like, nope. Let him enjoy his Taco Bell, complain about it later. Right, so we don't want high starred ones. I want a tiny weeny little shitty one. I'll do. All I want is claw. So I can make that gun. All I want. And then we can try and go and... I say we'll try and go and kill the Nergigante. I'll get my arse absolutely beat to crap. But... might work. It just hits like a truck. No need. Da, 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 da. Item box, manage. That can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. Top up everything now. And I need one of those. Thanks. I'm going through my Twilight Masquerade set. I can't remember posting that. I didn't think you would. But very nice, very nice. Oh, the Argosy came back, didn't it? You're not the Argosy. Who the fuck are you? Think you can do me a favour? I've not really got much of a choice, have I? To be honest. Well, I think you can do us fifth, thanks. I didn't even say yes. What do you mean? Da 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 da. Okay, round 2. Yeet. All that and I didn't even hunt the right Barry. You know what I mean? You just kind of get the stuff. I can give you round 2 if you want. You'll make me blush. Ah, you know the video I made of your beautiful Pandy's pickup lines? I was going to post it on TikTok. And I was going to put, like, you know, the captions, because apparently some people can't understand us. And the first line where it says, are you a thingy flask? I can't remember what the word was, but are you a flask? Because you heal my wounds or something like that. It said, Are you a floss? Cat? No. Are you a healing floss because you're a human named Bob? That was TikTok's automatic translation of what I said, and I was like, well, that's offensive. I'm not that unintelligible. It's rude. Because you're a human named Bob. I was like, okay. Thanks. I know, cool story, bro. Makes no sense whatsoever. It made me laugh at the time, though. I don't need them footprints. What you doing, man? I say it as if I'm not the one controlling said character. Shh. I remember everything else, just not posting about Taco Bell. It was like 4 in the morning. So, I'm not completely surprised that the old noggin doesn't quite recall that. Hello there, Barry. How you doing? I didn't sharpen my weapon. Or eat. Doesn't matter, I forgot this is a low level. And I'm not massive level, like, but in comparison... Oh, deserve that. What you doing? I ran out of stamina. Yep, that worked. Okay. Ooh, there is an ad starting in 1 minute for anybody that receives ads, just so you know. The only thing you may potentially miss is me trying not to kill this thing and killing it. Outside of that, though, you sound. Fear not. We are not on to the important part. Oh, 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 we have a skull. Run, run. Why the hell is that thing on fire? Not the time. Excuse me, sir. Need to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Sir? We're not running very fast. Come on now. Yeah, body. Woohoo! Did it. And before the ad started, fuck yeah. Okay. Wonder if I can make it to a parish room in time. I don't think I will. Can we do it? No. Let's try. Did you actually get Taco Bell then? Right, there's the claw. That is what we needed. Oh, and that one was the largest one we've ever caught. Well done, us. It was a big berry. Doo-doo-doo. I just want the pretty gun. Yeah. Well, I thought it was a bit earlier than 4. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm sure it was around 4. Then again, my concept of time's absolutely shite. So... where are we at? Sharon's care. Okay, it wasn't 4, it was 20 to 3. But still, I was close. Still kind of jealous you got Taco Bell. Right, let's go make this gun. My concept of time is abysmal, though. For example, tonight I was planning on streaming earlier so I could stream for tried to stream for a little bit longer, seeing as I missed yesterday, which resulted in me streaming on time. So that went well. Sort of a win. Right. Let's go with this one. Yep, lovely. Wonderful.
Emotional damage.
Hello, happy birthday. How you doing? Now I found it. I kind of remember it. We went back to the hotel and ended up talking shit in the VC till like half up. That is fair. You're very welcome. Ooh. I'm good, just chilling in bed. Nice. I applaud. Oh, we can make it look like that. Oh, Right, and yep, slicing, thunder. Oh, thunder ammo is very handy. Normal. Poison, paralysis, sleep, exhaust. Yep, good. That is good. I like this. Good. Customize this fucking good. Yeah, no. That one. One second. Now the actual, like, clip player isn't working thus far. Yeah. I think it's broken. So I want reload assist, definitely. Kinda tempted to put it on twice, not gonna lie. Evading reload, why the hell not? And doing some last minute stuff on Lions before going to sleep. Won't be able to stream for the next few days. Moving to pretty much... Oh! I mean, I remember you saying you were moving. I didn't realise it was going to be somewhere so small. Hopefully it's still nice even though it's small. Do I want recoil suppression? Well, the only one it improves is normal. No, that's a waste of time. Moves that up to fast, moves that up to normal. So a powerful barrel enhances piercing, boost, stun, and exhaust. Enhances ammo speed, extending both. Nah, I'm just gonna go for this. Reload assist. 2 reload assist. I'll do me. So that should work better. I know what a decompression is. Steadfast. Reduces duration of stun. That would be very handy. Thank you very much. What's this one? Increases our attack. I'm going to bang that on the pants. Now, can we... What charms have we got? It's about half the size of a bedroom. No windows. Why is it exposed? A washer, no dryer. The shower is a drain on the floor. With a shower head and curtain. Half of the fridge is in the building. Don't worry. Jesus. Okay. Why on earth is it putting you there? Pants Bombardier. Marathon. Give us 3 days notice. Wow. That is absolute bollocks. Increases the power of bowgun, special ammo, dragon piercing, 1000 dragon. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. That's shocking. Dragon resist. Oh, dragon resistance. mean, it is a fucking dragon. Evasion, frost, ice, speed heal. If we had one that, like, I can't remember which one it is, because some jackass was like, watch this. I'm going to get a promotion by saving the company a lot of money. Oh, of course. I don't need stealth. Artillery? No. Hunter's Stamina Thief. You can normally get one that helps against when they shout. Oh, health booster charm. Increases health by 15, that's kind of helpful. Paralysis resistance. Right, so we've got a defense one on. Okay. Where was that other one? Trick shot. No. Mushroom, bombardier, marathon, special shot. So, no, we looked at that one. Sorry, dragon is what I want. That enhances dragon attack. Yeah, dragon resistance, right. And they hired people to find this place. Tiny, the people that work on big mountains. Yeah. Well, a lot of people in, like, those countries, they tend to have really small apartments anyway, don't they? That is mental, though. Oh, sunglasses. Oh. Joe, look at this. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cute. I may make that. Hang on, do we have joyful armor? Oh no, but we've got new. Wait, is that joyful? Winter, autumn, summer, spring. So we don't have joyful armor? Vets are big guys. And 2 in a tiny apartment is just bad. Oh, I agree. What's going on here then? I'm making things. Hello, darling. How are you? The clip thing's not working. Nope. Nobody's clip's gonna work today. I'm sorry. I failed you. I kind of like it in pink. I'm not gonna lie. I like how we don't get joyful armor. I feel that's just rude. So Rathalos gear. Okay. I love the Odogarods. Look at that. That's one of my favourite armors throughout the entire thing. Yep. I'm going to wish list it all. Is it better than what we're wearing? Well, thank you for the shout out. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? I am not doing too bad, thank you. I'm sorry the clip thing didn't work. That is pretty sick. Isn't it lush? Ooh, ooh, it's better defense. That looks a little bit weird. So we're just gonna have to... We're just gonna have to hunt lots of angry Cliffords. That's the only thing I can think of doing, you know what I mean? Gotta be done. And then we'll also have an angry Clifford gun. The main HR guy started a group chat, and a lot of the workers are raising a hell about it. So we will see how long we will be staying in the jail cell. You should raise hell about it. It's shocking that it's been last minute. Just like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to deal with this now. It's probably not suitable for you, but like, tough shit. No. No, I think the fuck not. I know technically that has better attack, but no, it doesn't look as cool. Okay, so we've upgraded the gun. Let's see. Oh, I didn't change my flipping necklace, did I? Tit. I need to get these anyway, so... That can go back, that can go back. Wrong button. Got all of that. Ew. We can't use sticky 2, PS1, PS2, PS3. They said we were moving in March, and then they said, oh, it's the 25th or 26th of February. Then said, well, it could be the 16th. Jesus. Shouldn't be able to just mess people about like that. Normal 2. Poison. Paralysis. Sleep. Nope, wrong. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Slicing. I think we can make thunder ammo. Maybe. Let's have a look. Said we don't actually know, and then I find out it's 25th. 3 days to get everything from 2 years of being here packed up and moved. Crikey. Yep, put in a complaint, kick someone in the head, do it all. Do it all. And may all their bacon burn. There we go. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Freeze, dragon, nope. Done that. Done that. Didn't do that. Oh, that's naughty. I mean, they're easy enough to make, so it's fine. Can, can't. I hope everyone's aware I will be getting absolutely annihilated by this thing. Just so you know. I need to take thunderbugs, because then I can make some more thunder bullets. Thunderbug. Thunder bullets. Alright. Hello, Mr. Maxwell. How are you? We're gonna go get our asses whooped. Oh wait, not that camp. Oh, tired. Oh, fun. Tired's always fun. Yep, none of them are working. You'd think they'd at least try and provide you with someone to help you pack or something, if it's at short notice. Just rude. How is stream going? Not too bad. I bought Wilds. I have purchased Wilds. So we'll be playing that. That looks so good. Just a moving company to move the packed boxes. I mean, I suppose it's better than nothing, but it's still ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to pre-order it tomorrow. Yes. So excited. Ooh, excuse me, apologies. Ugh. It's been a long day. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, please go on then.
only one who wants to find Zora
Have a coffee in my
more
special
than we
cup
do.
that Guy bought me, because it's adorable. Right. Oh, yeah, we can. Right, we're gonna use exhaust ammo first. I'm gonna cry profusely. Because it's gonna kick my ass. Oh, you kidding? I didn't give me some. Hold, please. Wait, I heard wild. Yeah, I've bought wild, and Maxwell's going to buy wilds tomorrow. I caved in and I got a pre-order. I'm only human. And I literally sat and made sure, like, nothing else in the house is possibly needed. And I can treat myself. I have it ordered too. Nice.
We can all play together.
Right. Because this thing kicks the crap out of us, I want to make sure everything is perfect. You go down there. You can go here. I have not got a green thing on. Fine. The bombs will still work. So hang on, that's a Vigor Wasp. And that's a Vigor Wasp. Okay. Right. Still gonna die. I know I am. Let's just be realistic. Booty gonna get kicked. Booty gonna get kicked. Sorry. I should have done that close to the thing, shouldn't I? No, that's fine. Done it now. Done it now. Nope, already got. Whee! Yeah. Okay. You bitch. Oh! God damn! Aha! Swish, swish! Well, not really swish, sweat. You done? Hi! Thank you! You good? Thank you! Just a good egg. Leave it out. Oh, regret everything! Ah! I mean... You leave me alone, you big bitch. Yeah. I deserve that. Sweet Jesus. You know, you got a serious problem. Temper is horrendous. My aim is horrendous. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. That's a shame. Damn shame. Woo! Hey, I might have been serious for all you know. Big time. Some of that. One of them. Whoops. Ooh. One of those. Some of this. Whoop, let me tell you something. Shocking. Go away. There's only so many roly-polies I can do, for God's sake. Stop it. Gonna put that right there. Come on. Take it. Little bitch.
Whoop-a.
What? Jesus. Oh, okay. Calm yourself down. See? See? That was unnecessary. Just saying. What was that, Nana? Was that Nana? I'm gonna regret that. Ooh, nearly. I nearly regret that. Ooh. Fuck him up, I'm trying, I am trying. Ooh, he won't on you.
Stop it.
I mean, in all fairness, that was a dick shot right there. I understand the aggression right now. Booty shot. Boop. Boop. How do you like dim apples? He probably does not like them apples. Ooh. Why let me make them then? That's just stupid. Oh, it's selecting them. Well, that's infuriating. I thought it was making them. That's gonna piss me off. Mm-hmm. Not as much as that just did, though. Right. Let us go. Whoop! Motherfucker got in range real quick. Excuse me. Hey, I tried to blind you. Thank you. Fucking rude. Served. Ooh. Motherfucker. How about you fuck off? Yeah, take one there. Where the fuck was that going? Yep, I'm a mean lady. Take it. Woohoo! Poison! Poison! And poison. Exhaust! Ooh. Are you exhausted? I am. Oof. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Nah. In your face. Regret everything. Moving on. Ooh. There's that sound for a minute there. Will you fuck off? Nope. Haha! Take it. Take that. Piece of shit. And some of that. No, don't put the gun away, Jesus. What's the matter with you? Ooh, he broke his horn. Fabulous. Yes. I like this gun. I like it. And the whole dragon protection necklace. Such a big difference. Like, disturbingly big difference. Well done. Sticky? Sticky. Fucking meow. Excuse me, sir. Have some. Here it comes. Ooh. Sacrifice I'm willing to make. Ooh, I broke both these horns. He's gonna be real mad now. Pew. 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 Look, listen. No. Yep. Take that. Come on, move, move, move. If you'd be so kind as to fucking shift, that'd be great. Oh no, he's mad. Ooh, ooh, that hurt a lot. Get up. Thank you, Pete. I mean, I know. Will you? Back off. There's only so... Oh my god. Really? Like, that's unnecessary as fuck. I'm a cheat. Ooh, I'm a cheat. Yeah, yeah, they're like this. Bitch. Oh god, here we go. That's horrible. It wiped out my mantle. Of course it wiped out my mantle. Why would it not wipe out my mantle? Right, if you would kindly stop doing that, that would be absolutely awesome. Just saying. Kind of rude. Or that. No, fuck you. Woo. Now look, when I said fuck you, I meant fuck you. No, no. Ooh. That looked like it might hurt. Shame. Oh, Christ, no. No, no, no. Take that. I have the hoodie of victory. Oh, yeah. Fuck. You piece of shit. I take it all back. Let me tell you something.
Sir, this is a Wendy.
Donut. It's been in my head for days. Go on, land on it. Land on it. Yeah, bitch. Woo. Pew. Woo. Pew. Pew. Ooh. No. Ooh. No. No. Christ, you're mean. Jesus. Right, we've made more ammo. That's cool. We have more thunder ammo. Fabulous. Right, where are... First off that. Second off... this. I know I just walked past one. It's fine. Don't need to talk about it. Okay. Look, I get it, okay? Oh, please go away. Nope. Bitch. Oh, now, are you limping now, are you? Dickwad. What an idiot. I'll take one of those. Ooh, bomb time. Bomb time. Slicing ammo. Oh yeah. Is it sleeping? It's sleeping. Unfair. Hey cat. Thank you. Pew! Yep, I got you. Really mad. Totally get it. I'd kind of be mad too. Come on then, motherfucker. Yeah! Woo! Now look, that laugh. Yeah. Ooh. Not my fault. I just work here. I just work here. Leave me alone. Ooh! Bitch! Fuck off. I'm mean, he fucked off, so...
No, leave me alone.
I said no. Nope, nope, nope. Fucking bollocks. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, no, no. Oh, Pete! Get up, get up. You can die. Here. Fuck you. Ooh.
Excuse me.
Aw.
I thought I did so good.
Thank you. Good cat. Slam. Oh, don't pull this shit. I'm aware you're a bit angry, okay? Good boy. My goodness. Whoop. Well, really? Really? Come on now. Oh, no. Don't just stand there. That's silly. That's what it's called. Whoop. Ooh! No. No, 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 no. I'm not dead? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened there? I've been here this entire time. Fuck you. Not you. Him. That. Yes!
Let's go see the Admiral back at camp.
I'd like to thank the real hero, which is Sir Peter Bob. The true hero of this story. Two hours that thing repeatedly killed me the other day. I know yous are away because some of you were there, but like 2! Fucking teabag you. Yes, I figured out how to teabag. It's not my area of expertise, so you'll have to forgive me for being a bit late to the party.
I knew you would.
Thank
I just
you.
knew you would.
Thank you. Swivel, you big pointy bastard. Are you winning? I am. And welcome in. I am winning. Finally.
Hey.
How are you?
Well, look who's still with us.
Just.
So we have elder dragons eating other
He will
elder
show his
dragons.
lurking face at some point.
Wonderful.
He will.
That
He
clears
will
some
indeed.
things up.
Yeah. We weren't looking at the big picture. Until we came to the new world, how could we know?
Nergigante came here looking for a feast. And he made a real mess of the local ecosystem in the process.
Theory's good.
Now that the problem child's been put to bed, the other Elder Dragons should revert to their usual behavior. You did good.
We did it.
So, you ready to go?
Yes. Yes, I am. I love this gun. I will forever love this gun. This will now be my favorite
What's
gun.
wrong?
No, there's a piece of the puzzle missing.
Oh, don't start your shit. We're fine, right?
How did this area end up becoming such a hotbed of energy in the first place?
Doesn't
Enough
matter.
energy to lure in a menace like that and convince it to switch habitats doesn't just naturally happen.
Panda sounded like a true American all of a sudden. Yeah. Yep. Oops. Ooh. I think we may be about to meet some of my favourite dragons. Well, they're not dragons, they're monsters. It is. I love this one.
What have we here?
I call this one the Tim Burton one. Ooh, what jewels did we get then? So we've got botany and fortitude. Nice. Yes, we kicked the shit out of it. I'm saving that. Simply because we finally did it. I say we. Like I wasn't the one fucking it up the entire time for all of us. We did it. That cat's going mental out there. Maybe he's celebrating. Are you celebrating, Griffin? He's not talking to us now, I've pointed out. Hey, Griffin. I'm trying to see if that's growling I can hear. No, it's not growling.
All right,
at me,
gather
that's
around. Let's get council
Griffino.
underway. As you all know, being that initially, despite our
Because
best
my
efforts, the
sorry, I
situation
just
has
realised what I was doing.
escalated. Elder dragons fleeing Nergigante's wrath have started invading other areas.
Because my eldest cat
Now it
tolerates
cross
Griffin
elder
for the
dragon
most
tracks
part.
left and right,
But
in the forest,
if he gets a
among
little
the
bit too
wildfire,
hyperactive, which it sounds
even
like
in
he
the
is right
rotten
now, she absolutely, like, kicks the crap out of him, basically.
Our team has managed to attribute the
She's a
tracks
dainty,
to
fluffy
3
thing. You wouldn't really
distinct
think
elder dragons
much
so
of it,
far.
but ooh, she got temper.
Emphasis
So I've got to keep
on
my
so
ears
far.
open,
Many of you have crossed paths
For when he's really
with elder
hyper.
dragons in the old world.
or I'll end up with just
You
one
know
cat.
the consequences of their cataclysmic power.
I quite like my little ginger tom cat. He's good, yeah.
And you know what dangerous adversaries they make. But no matter the danger, we have to seize upon this opportunity. We'd be fools not to.
Oh, yes.
Thought
Very
you'd
foolish.
never ask.
Yeah, all right. First things first. I want our field team to start gathering evidence. We need to track down these beasts and pinpoint their exact locations. So I've decided to split you into 3 groups. Field team leader, you'll be heading up the ancient forest investigation. And the Wildspire Waste, that one's yours. As for the Rotten Vale, we'll be needing the 3rd Fleet's help with that one.
Blanket in the background, just
I'll
like,
leave it
I'll
up to
just
these
wait.
delegates to decide how to use the field
I'll
team.
just wait here.
Lastly, don't forget to relay your findings to the Ecological Research Team once you've gathered enough evidence.
Yeah.
Everyone clear?
Yes.
All right. Dismissed.
Now you're talking.
Wow, that sentence was really short compared to the amount of time his mouth was moving. Kind of threw me a bit. And now he's just not. Okay. Place is brimming with energy. There's been a surge. Plan to go investigate.
Well, there
Can't
it
have
is.
that. Now go blabbing about this to everybody. My old friend would never forgive me. I'll let this feline out of the bag. Veins of the earth are like blood vessels that pump energy underground. They reach all the way across the new world. Yeah, we've heard that one. The Everstream too is part of that system. Yes, it is. I suspect the reason the Elder Dragons are still stirring despite Nergagante's disappearance is somehow related to this and the fact that he respawns. Of course I can't be sure, but I have a good feeling. He feels it in his belly. Call it Admiral's instinct.
See ya.
Ta-ra. Anyway, good luck with things on your end. I'll let you know what you find. Oh shoot, almost forgot. My old friend also had a message for you too. I'll be waiting in the place beyond where all things converge. Nice. I'm going to assume from that somewhat kind of cryptic message, he means the elf. That's probably not an elf, but I'm going to call him an elf.
Any signs of settling down, then we'll have to look into it. We're on the hunt.
Yes, we are. Kind of the point of the game. I don't know why he was laughing like that. I just thought I'd join in. Oh, right. Ooh. Oh, wait. I thought it was something we'd already done. Never mind. It's deliveries I want, innit? Right. Okay. None of those. Let's go. We should be able to see new armor now. Oh, wow. So while I was scavenging, turns out I found some shit. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Sorry, I'm slightly hyper. Dum, dum, dum. Right, what new ones do we have? How about that? Ooh, we can get gems. Okay. Decorations. So we can get a dragon resistance decoration. Can we get a... No, water. No, not yet. Okay. I want one that, like, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a muffle kind of thing. But when the monsters scream, it stops you from covering your ears, basically. So you just become that person that just stands there while it screams in the air and you're just like, really? Are you done? You good? That's what we need. Right, let us have a look. Priorities, Palico. Oh. I love this one so much. Are you ready? Isn't it adorable? It's just so cute. Right? It's so adorable. We already seen that. Yep, that's what we're actually... Yep, never mind. We've seen that one. Have we not seen a Rathalos set on him? Could have swore we did. Apparently we haven't. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is it not adorable? I love it. But the one that I'm aiming for is probably gonna be the death set. I do like. Mind you, hang on a minute. The one we're wearing is kind of better. It has better defense and stuff. But that is a very good dragon type weapon, so I may put that weapon. That's like a something we need weapon. Because when we're going up against Elder Dragons, obviously dragon type stuff is kind of the best stuff to wear. Ooh, what is this? An eye patch. Oh, well, that was underwhelming. Eye patch. Right, ready? Nergigante Beta. Schnazzy. We'll give her a twirl. Now, you know how I used to think the bone one was very Mad Max Tina Turner? I feel like this one... Which do you prefer in this one? The alpha or the beta? I think I kind of prefer the beta. I kind of prefer the beta, personally. Dobber. What the fuck was the dobber? Oh, is this a big blue chin thing? No. What's this then? Oh, it's just a mix. Okay. So this is like the... I'm good with either one. That's fair. So this is like the bone upgrade. Oh, that one comes with tattoos. That's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of cool. Comes with tattoos. Oh. Okay. I really want that. I need that. That is the armor that we are going for. It even goes with the gun. Hello, G. How are you, my dear? Whew. Big shiver. Excuse me. We've got any other layered armor yet? No, that'd be too nice, wouldn't it? What do we need? Right, so to upgrade that, we need that. To upgrade this, we need quite a bit. Okay. But look at how cool it'll look. I'm good, thank you. A little annoyed, but good. Oh! I'm sorry you're annoyed. I didn't do it. No. Anything we can help with? Or if you need to vent about it, the DMs are open. Obviously, you're welcome to talk here if you want, but I imagine you'd probably prefer to keep it, like, shoot. Look at that. We need this, right? We need this. I agree. We do. You're totally right. We need this. And we need that armor. Speak to the field team leader, huntsman, and the fleet master. Okay, dokie. If you can get over here, stop at my dad's house, grab a new phone, then yes, you can. I mean, it might take us a hot minute, but for you, my dear, I will try my bestest. It may take me a little while, though.
Hey!
Hello. Yay! It's a request to get fatty tomatoes. Fatty tomatoes? Lava nuggets. Okay.
Yo.
What up? Split hunters from the 4th and 5th. I'd like you to join us in the ancient forest. How many places am I meant to... Well, obviously I'm meant to go everywhere because, like,
okay?
we're the bestest. Right. Speak to the huntsman. Excuse me, sir?
It's time.
Alright, Jesus. Prepare a course and... Right, so we've got to go with all of them? Yeah.
We have enough data
Who's
on
the
the
last
wildfire
one?
waste now.
3rd Fleet
Let's
Master.
go report to ecological research.
Chief is it ecologist? Is that how you'd say it, do you think? Now, my phone died this morning. My dad went and got a new one, so I'll be getting his old one. But I won't get it till tomorrow morning. Oh.
Still in one piece, then?
Do you have a lot of your apps on the PC, at least? Like, I normally have, like, well, on my laptop, there's WhatsApp and Messenger and stuff. I understand the irritation, though. I've just spoke to the huntsman. For the love of God. I feel naked and crippled without my phone. It's mad how that's become a thing now, isn't it? Like, feel like you're missing a limb. God, he's rude. Emperor of Flame. I don't want to fight an Emperor of Flame. If you don't mind. Oh, a Tailspur.
Going after it will definitely put all of your skills to the test.
I
I
know.
think you'll be okay with a full belly.
I don't. I don't think I'll be okay at all. Where's this third fleet master? We've got an advert coming up in about 2 minutes. And I am going to take that opportunity to stretch my legs. So we will be going on a BRB screen.
Good luck.
Thing is, I can't do shit without my phone. I can't check my bank and basically anything else because I need security app. That's on my phone. Yeah, I get you. That is kind of unfortunate. But at least you've only got to wait a day. It could be worse. I'm trying to make it better. Who's the third fleet master? Field team leader. Commander. The ad is going to start in about 1 minute, just so you know.
Full steam ahead!
Bye. Well, we've got some new food at least. Oh, hang on. Is the third fleet master not in on the boat? I suppose we will find out after the break where this fleet master is. I'm pretty sure it's on this boat though. On a boat, motherfucker. I'm just gonna quickly look. Yeah, it is. I knew it. Called it. Right. So, pause. Oh. And I will be back momentarily, my dears. See you after the break. Bye. Get my ears back in. And make sure they're not in a painful place. Okay. Right. So. Where to put my controller? Right there. I knew that. Shut up. Are we ready? So, we found the person. Also, thank you for sticking through the ads. If you stuck through the ads, I appreciate you greatly. I appreciate you if you didn't. I appreciate you a little bit more if you did. Third Fleet Master. Off to the Rotten Vale to look for an Elder Dragon, are you? Apparently so, yes. Admiral was just here and told me all about it. Oh, was he now?
Oh, yes.
Allow me to fill you in. The effluvium in the Vale is getting denser. That woman over there is the one who discovered it while she was out investigating. Thankfully, she alerted me to the anomaly at once. We've observed this phenomenon once before, back when the Third Fleet first arrived. Fair. We determined that a monster must be lurking in the centre of this stuff. Also fair. Sorry, these headphones. I've moved them. And now they're not sitting comfortably and it's gone piss me off. Mainly because it's gonna hurt. The joys of having little ears. Headphones are just a wee bit big. Better. Right, as we were. Now let's not waste any time. Indeed. Find evidence at the bottom of the Vale. Okay. Once you've collected enough, report to the ecological research team. Nay bother. So where would we like to go first? Ancient Forest, except the Teostra quest, or Rotten Vale? Do we have a preference? Hello, Gizmo. How are you? Apparently she's fine. She wanted to make her presence known and then fact off. I will top up my weapon. Also, if we would like a weapon change, now would be the time. Oh, the tail raiders came back, didn't they?
Excuse me.
Ooh, lots of Kelby horns. Well done. Look at them congratulating themselves. We're so amazing. Well done, us. That's exactly how they sound. Right, let's have a look. Deploy. Oh, I love that little outfit. So cute. So they're very good at gathering. They're also... well, they're the best ones in my opinion. But they're good for hunting. I'm going to go for them ones. Right. Now, if they're the best for gathering... Route B could be quite good on there. Route C would also be quite good. Hey girl, how you doing? How was D&D? Oh, that one. Oh, they're so adorable. My goodness. Good. I'm drunk now, though. Oh dear. It's Mr. Jeremy. What side was Mr. Jeremy or the cat? Look at them. They're just so adorable. I just can't. My goodness. I might get one of them outfits for Griffin. What do you think? He'd probably go mad. Right, so Ancient Forest, Teostra, or Rotten Vale. either. Because he looks like this. Oh, yeah.
We meet again. Now that I think about it...
Okay, thanks for that. Should we just start from the top and go down? So... We're just gonna do... Yeah, because that's the only one there, so we'll leave that one. Hello, Mr. Batwell. How is everyone? Not drunk. Oh, however, sorry, kind of makes sense. I finally have Tequila Rose. So when any of the don't swear, don't talk, blah, blah, blahs are on and I fail, I have a shot of Tequila Rose. Hey Panda, my immediate response to weapon change is I'm pretty sure that's why I'm single. I'm getting a weapon change. Preach! 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 Let's go get some swords together. Tired. Yeah. That one. Let's go exploring. Do, 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 do. I have a short sword if anybody wants it. Ow. I like that. I've been getting a weapon change for a while then. Fair. I don't know what that was about, sorry. I'm still a little bit hyper from the Nergigantia win. Yes, you motherfucker! Anyway. Oh, yeah. Stupid. I didn't top up my bullets. Gosh golly. Still need to keep that. Still need to keep that. That can fuck off, that can fuck off, that can fuck off, that can fuck off.
Money don't jiggle jiggle.
Didn't start.
Like
Do not start.
For sure.
Didn't care if you've had some alcohol, right? Behave yourself. Do you know what's terrible? I've just got visions of him sitting there giggling to himself. Like a little drunken giggle. Did I use the rest of the bullet? Let's use the rest of the bullet. I can't remember what creature we'll find here. So this should be fun, I think. Certainty of death. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for? Wow, that is barn. No, we don't need to say that. Nope. Okay. Done. Let's go. Now let's go. Yoink. I appreciate the biddies. Stop it. I'll just get revenge again. Just saying.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle. For sure.
Remember, you brought this on yourself and I tried to warn you. Okay? Okay? I tried. Stop it. No, no, you don't want to fight me. I want that though. Oh, wait, no. Excuse me. I mean coating? I can't coat ammo. Yeah, get him, Pete. I keep going to call him Bob. Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Better run away. Grr. Did you win in D&D? Did you get your butt kicked? Got one of them Western songs stuck in my head. Like Western. Matchberry, no. Nullberry might be helpful. Was a good time, to be fair. Oh, fair. Well done. I'm going to assume that thing's a big meanie. I nearly said bullet, but I know that's not what that is. Is it a bullet or something? Oh. I don't know where I'm going to find these tracks, by the way. Just so you know. You fight one in the Underdark in Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, like the armor-covered fucking mole thing. I know it's not a mole, but I can't think of another way to describe it. So it's a mole now. Comes out the floor, yeah. Well, if you hadn't kicked its ass, I would have been very disappointed. I saw large doodles, but still no fucking footprint. Whew. Excuse me. Okay. No footprint. I can't even remember what one you find here. I can remember what one you find in the Rotten Vale, because that's one of my favourite ones. I can't remember what one you find here. Ooh.
I think that about does it for Elder Dragon evidence here in the forest. Let's
really?
report
That
back
one
to the
thing?
Ecological research team.
That one thing. Can we just find it? That would be cool. Don't start, I'll shoot you in the face. Oh. Where was that? There. Oh. Toby. Missed. Now I know you guys didn't hear that, but I've just heard Amy upstairs And all I heard was "Wah-ha-ha-ha." So there's either being an injury or she's plotting a devilish scheme. Can't decide which. I never really know with her. Is that really all I needed here? Yeah, I'm not exactly complaining. But well, that's all we needed. That what the hell were you trying to do there? That was quick. So next on the list is the tail strip, which I quite like. It is quite a nice little one. Apologies. Got the spooky kitty kit. Fuck yeah, I did. Oh, you haven't seen the fun gear. I'll show you the fun gear. I also may have purchased wilds.
I think we have enough
Just
data on
saying.
the ancient forest now. Want to report to the ecological research team?
Kinda why I'm here. Right.
Anyway,
So. We got a new gun. Schnazzy. We also are aiming for that. 'Cause it's pretty. That is lush though. Just straight up, that is lush. Right? Nice. I agree. And Palico wise, yes, we have the spooky gear because he is fucking adorable. I've seen that one as well though. Look at it. And that one. Because that's just adorable. The Elder Dragon that we're potentially going to come across in the Rotten Vale, which is my favourite one, that makes possibly some of my favourite Palico armour. It's so good. So good.
Money don't jiggle jiggle.
Stop it.
Folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Thank you very much, but stop it. Go that one. Hi, Aggie. How you doing? Sorry, the cat needed attention. Oh yeah, speak to... is it him?
yeah.
No, he's not the chief one. How about you? Nope. That'll be back at the other place then. Off we go! I nearly sang along with Betty's song there. I was like, my money don't give me jiggle.
So which one of us is gonna back the tail strap? You or me?
Oh, you're welcome to it. If you want to do it, man, do not let me step on your toes.
Now this is what I was born to do.
Huntsman
I
is
was
really
not.
into this.
Not at all.
Just watching him is getting
Do I
me
look
hooked
like I was
too.
born to monster hunt? Please. Evidently, I can't even put socks on people properly. You think I'm gonna hunt a monster? Christ. Food skill, feline booster. should have everything. I'm like, did I top everything up? I don't even think I used anything, so I should be fine. Slashberry. Slashberries taste like slashberries. Oh, oh, wait. 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 That one. Because I thought that was crafting the fucking ammo and it's not. Right, what one's that? Normal 2. I don't really need to craft that. I'll put it on there anyway, but I don't fucking need to. Pierce. Gonna put sticky ammo. Slicing ammo, all. Thunder ammo, all. Oh. I might do that actually. Oh, buy one, whatever.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Stop it. Exactly. Well played. But stop it. Terrible. Dragon ammo. Bollocks. I blame you entirely. I might do that one actually, you know. Don't laugh at him, that's encouraging him. Don't do that. He doesn't need encouragement. Paralysis. Okay, right. Anyway, moving on. Boop. And we cannot catch elder dragons, which is really fucking annoying. But there we go. I may need to find me me blue light glasses because I can feel me eyes starting to get a bit of pain. It's probably cyber with all them bitties making me fucking eyeball twitch.
Money don't jiggle,
for fuck's sake.
It folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Will you stop it?
This one is your fault, Mr. Maxwell.
Don't be I can't say don't be blaming other people when I told them off for encouraging you. Fuck. Hang on, where's the... Did I not have cool drink? Shut up, did I put it back? God damn it. Where's the cool shrew? Is it down that one? Nope. That one. Not my fault. Stabby stabs. I mean, we don't need to pull a knife out over it. Come on now. One of the cats was just very vocal there, so they agree. It's alright, I'm just gonna use all these bitties, get a fucking train ticket, go down and slap him one, and then come home. I'm like, stop it! Whack! See you later.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Do it, I will, Harold, and welcome in.
I'm
How are
only
you?
going to chat like this tonight.
Well, then, shut the fuck up. Gonna make sure you got the point. Cyber missed my streams. I win. Bad enough Necro gave me 200 bits. Yeah, it's Duchess's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday. I am working, so I have to lurk, but listening to the streams. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I will try and be entertaining to your ears. However, now you've said that, there is a good chance he's going to try and make up for that next time you stream. Just so you know. Happy birthday, Duchess! Woo! I took the family out for breakfast. Ooh, nice. When you have time, let us know what you had. And then I'll just be hungry. Right, this is headphones. Doing my, pardon the pun, head in. All the birthday messages for the Duchess. Don't know why I had to say it like that, but there we go. Right, I think it emerges here, so I'm just popped out. I'm just popped out. Wondering why I wasn't sleepy. Forgot to take med. That kinda, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Also want that one. Just eggs, ham, hash browns, sausage gravy. Ooh.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
My bad, forgot to use my bits to chat then.
You're not meant to chat with your bits, you can get arrested for that. Just saying. Right. I think this is where we get punched in the head. Oh wait, no. This is where we get punched in the head. With lava. Room service.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Look at what you've started.
Chatting with bits now.
No, we're not chatting with bits now. I just have to remember to turn the volume on the alerts. Yes. Chaos! It's always chaos. Look at it! Isn't it so pretty?
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Yes, serious.
No, serious. No cyber. You naughty naughty. I'll get you. Not your little dog, the little dog's really cute. Look at it. It's so pretty.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Oh, I always chat with my best bits. They thrust straight to the point. They rigidly get to the point and ensure their point is felt in the deepest part.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
You naughty naughty.
You're all naughty naughty.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds.
What the fuck? Ah!
Yay.
No yay. Naughty naughty bits and talkiness and stuff. I can't say what Harold said because someone will clip it and I'll just get wrong. Now look, stop it. Oh fuck. Oh shit, I walked into it. Ooh. Right, so exhaust, maybe? I might chill the fuck out. That would be nice. I am not. I don't have bits to cheer with. No, you're fine.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds.
Damn it.
See you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Stop it. fire. Whoop. I'm being good. Good! Be good! Being good is... it's... good!
Money don't jiggle,
I didn't even sound convincing to myself.
I reckon we could crash the stream if we tried low.
Well, don't try then. If you want me to get off the screen, I'll just shut the stream down. You don't have to waste your money. My goodness.
Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It falls to like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
I'm always good.
I beg to differ. Ooh. Gonna start packing to it. I can't even pause the game. Oh my god.
Thirsty Panda wants you to know that she adores you and loves you so much. She feels you are an amazing and impressive person who is so fun and adorable.
Thank you. Still, right? Don't use Pandy to try and get away with bits. Okay? But stop it. I already appreciate you without all of that. Oh, I missed.
Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It falls to like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
Mr. Maxwell lets you to know fuck you.
Yeah, I know. Didn't need bits for that. Honest. I know. And now I'm disassociating. No! Now is not the time. Anybody want a pickup line to use with fitties? I'll just add it to the video I made earlier. Ooh! Excuse me. I'm in the lava. I don't want to be in the lava. I promise to give it back. So rude. It's like I'm perfectly capable of telling her myself. These headphones hurt. Oh my goodness.
Jiggle, jiggle. It falls to like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
They're gonna end up starting a hype train. Stop it.
Dear God. Thirsty Bandy was just an innocent bystander who got caught in the crossfire. The poor woman. She was so young. She was innocent. She didn't deserve the wrath. Damn you, Harold the Hatter. How could you?
I mean, I'm not going to say damn you, Harold.
Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It falls to like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
In just saying what you messaged me, Mr. Maxwell.
Oh, we don't need to know what the rest of that message said. Okay. But yes, poor Thirsty Pandy. I full on stammered there. Poor. I know that's not me taking the mickey out of anyone with a speech impediment. That's me taking the mickey out of myself. Ooh! Yep, deserve that. Fair. Haha, I have the magical hoodie. What you gonna do now, motherfucker? Probably set my ass on fire. Excuse me. Sticky it is. Are we all okay now? Shouldn't have said that. I feel like Hagrid. It's like, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I do appreciate you all. I'm just awkward. Stop it.
Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It falls to like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for
I appreciate most of you.
Been good, thanks. How about you?
Stop it. I was okay. I'm on fire. Excuse, no. I'm busy. Come behave yourself. Shoot it right up the butthole. Yeah. Really?
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It falls. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
No. You can set the arms on fire. The head definitely be caught on fire. The toes are acceptable to be set on fire. Maybe the legs. They might be tolerable to be set on fire. But not the ass. Dear God, don't you set that ass on fire.
But it was just right there. Stop it. If they didn't want it set on fire, they shouldn't have put it right there. I'm just saying. God, this thing's angrier than the fucking other one. Can you give me a second? I'm flustered. You're not helping with the flustering. Oh, shit. I am burning. Thank you. Oh, will you stop it? Honestly, between you and this chat. Ah, take that. Right in the nut. Yeah! One of those! Yeah, fucking bitch. I deserve that. I will eventually shoot it. Maybe. Oh! Look at that! Motherfucker. What are we setting on fire? I'll bring marshmallows. Me, I was set on fire. I'll try not to fuck up your marshmallows. I'll keep the burning screams to a minimum. Oh. Someday, these people will come get their dogs. Not like they walked in 15 minutes late, too. Oh. Someday, maybe. Do they also walk in like they're doing you a favour? Why don't you stop trying to blow me up? Huh? That'd be nice. Ah, take that! Straight up the cornholio. Rah. Oh, stop. Ooh. Ah, that wasn't very fucking nice, was it? You piece of shit. Pew, pew, bitch. That doesn't do much damage. Let me tell you something. I ain't telling you shit.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It falls. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Cornhole Leo, I need TP from my bumhole.
Excuse me? I get that that's a Beavis and Butthead thing, I think. Sounds very weird, Red in the... Oh, fuck off. Red in the voice thing.
No, don't be like that.
I love the closed captions. Yeah, sheet! I am burning. Oh. Have you seen the video that I've put up in the...
Money don't jiggle jiggle.
the Sharon's
Folds
Cairn
to like to see
Discord.
you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
That I've put. No, it's not Sharon's Cairn, but it's the
Yay,
clips
Beavis
bit
and Butthead lol.
off. I thought it was off Mandy's pickup lines. They're Pandy's pickups. That's what the series is now called. But the point I'm making there, because there was one, honest, was I went to put it up on TikTok with the captions on, because apparently I'm difficult to understand sometimes. And the first line of it's like, are you a flask of healing, I think it is? Are you a flask of something? I'll have to look at it better. I'm not doing this story any justice at all. I'm just waffling now. But basically it translated it to you, are you a floss of healing because you're a human called Bob? It's so less amusing when I've got to explain it that much. Sorry. Stop it, I'm trying to heal! This thing's a fucking asshole. Frick. Hit that. I will absolutely look at it after the stream. It hasn't got the captions on, sadly, but... Well, potentially if you have some form of captions on your phone, it might say some stupid shit. I don't think I'm that difficult to understand. It could be worse, it could be like broad Scottish. Woo! Yeah. Have it. Bitch. I'm on fire. Ah! Fuck you. Oh, deserved. Slightly. Ow. More ow. Okay, meant to kick in my ass. Kicking in my arms are heavy. I'm gonna get comfy and sleep.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds to like to see
I hope you sleep
wiggle,
well.
wiggle, for sure.
Thank you for being here and happy birthday!
By Duchess.
Fuck off. Oh. You are mean as shit. Gonna make a to-do list before stream. That is fair. Oh, yeah, we're gone. Uh-oh. Why do you keep setting me on fire? I mean, he's a flame dragon, I get it. But, like... Anyway... Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Where has it gone? Disable the birthday alert and turn down the other alerts. Yeah, you were getting quite a shock off them. Will you just climb? Thanks. Now look here, buddy. Oh god. I timed that terribly. Still heard it though, so you know what? Take it. Oh, did that hurt? What a fucking shame. Yeah, we bitch. I have to clip them later. Good night, everyone. Night, my dear. I hope you sleep well. Whew. Oh, fudge. What? What? Uh-oh. Whew. Oh, yeah, we're gone. Thunder. Woo. Fire. You shot it in the butt. I keep shooting it in the butt. It keeps mooning us, so it's only fair, really. Ah! Ah! See? Butt. Not butt. Woo! Oh, stop it! You're a mean, mean lady. I deserve that. I do not deserve this. No, I do not. Go away. Stop it. Ta-da! You. Ha. Oh. Will you stop with the puffy cloud thing? Gosh golly. I can't really swing with a sword. I can't even... a sword? Yes, I can. With a gun. I can't even shoot with the gun. I can't even speak properly. I'm flustered. Ooh, and I'm about to be fucking burned alive. Thanks, Pete. The true hero of the story. Right, if he's fecking off, I'm gonna eat me some steak. Pure insanity. Okay. Need to take a cool drink. Uh-oh. Whoop. Pew! Nope. Ah! Ew. Leave me alone. not something it does. Uh-oh. Whew. Oh, that was unnecessary as shit. He did have a Vigor Wasp there, right? Am I just tripping? Up. Thanks. Uh-oh. I'll make your mind up. Which way are you going? Did you see that side eye? Did you see that side? Rude. Honestly. Great.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Bombastic side-eye.
Agreed. Oh, shit. Oh! So if I'm already, like, on the floor, it doesn't quite hurt as much. Uh-oh. May have made it mad. Why does it keep running? Ooh, dragon pod.
That's a dragon pod. A powerful type of slinger ammo.
Whee!
They say it's strong enough to take out elder dragons. I wonder.
Dragon elemental damage. Let's see. Pew pew, bitch! Did not take it out at all. Nope. Does not actually fucking seem phased. Fab. Whoa. Can we hit it, please? Not phased. Okay. Fantastic. Oh no, we have an ad starting in 1 minute. For anyone that gets ads, just so you know. Don't worry, I'm probably just gonna die. See, he may pick on us, but he's a good mod. Still picks on us though. Nope. Naughty.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, folds.
For
I'd like
God's
to see you
sake.
wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Sorry ads in 1 minute, guys.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. And technically the ads are in like 5 seconds. So you're not sorry and wrong. Oh no, I'm gonna faint. We have like, thank you. See, I told you Pete's the fucking savior of this game. The hero I didn't know I needed. Peter Bob.
Oh, shit.
Pop this on. Shoot you in the head. Or wherever the fuck I'm aiming right now. Not even at you, because you're on me face. Ew. Pew! Pew! I'm sure this thing's gonna take up most of my ammo. I'm not even sure it's broke a sweat yet. Bad kitty. Whoop. Whoop. No more healing. Oh no. Leave Pete alone. Foul beast. Ugh. Run away. Ah. Whoa. Didn't see that coming. Oh, not the time. I knew that was gonna happen. Gosh darn it. I'm waiting for it. Right.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It falls.
What I was waiting
wiggle,
for.
wiggle, for sure.
You. Right. Oh no, I wanted that. Fuck. I need them and all. Don't need that. Okay. Quick. Need one of them. Need a bunch of them. Need that again. I will take that. That. Bunch of those. Have I got everything else? Yep, okay.
Money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
No.
Have you got to do that whole fight again now?
No, I do not. I would have cried if I did. 100%. There would have been tears. Right, craftable. Got a slicing. We could take some poison. Take some more paralysis. Okie dokie. The sound keeps kind of jumping for me, but according to my little boutons, I haven't got any drops. Is it just me, or is the sound actually kind of like staggering a bit for everyone else? Alright, where'd they go? So we've got that now. I don't want that one. That's the one. Okay. Now we go.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Okay. Stop it! Oh no, we only have 10 minutes left. We're not
wouldn't
doing
come
this
under
one.
frame drops and stuff anyway.
I went the wrong way. Did I go the wrong way? No, I did not. Not doing this in 10 minutes up. Nope. I don't even think it's broke a sweat. I haven't taken a cool drink. The slurping really is unnecessary. PS ammo 3. Then bloody hell is it? Oh, it's all the way back down there, okay. It's sleeping. Did I bring any bombs? Did I focus? That would have been helpful. Fucking dickhead. PS3. I say Pierce 3. Bob. Uh-oh. I think it's mad. Oop, you bugger. Why are you not reloading when I'm telling you to reload? It's very, very not helpful. Gosh darn it. You come back here. Thank you. Shit. Woo! Oh, so my internet's going. Okay. I wasn't sending an SOS flare anyway, it's fine. Oh, sorry, pet. So sad. Oh, my internet's really going. Oops. You're a mean lady. Not the time, not the time, not the time. Take that. did it! Yeah! Fuck yeah. Fucking suck it, you bastard. I mean, yay. I legitimately thought I was not going to get that because it was like 10 minutes left and left.
Folds, I'd like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Stop it!
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I
Can we
just
tell
knew
he's
you
going to
would.
turn off everything? I appreciate you very much, but fucking pack it in! And stop laughing! Thank you. Ah, of course, just that was going to mine that thing out of me. Victory coffee. Isn't it adorable? Spoon's a little small. It's more fitted to younger lifestyles, the spoon. Right, let's see if we can see what the Teostra stuff looks like. I'm so glad we did that. I genuinely thought I wasn't going to be able to do that there. Oh, hi, Griffin. He's in his little tower in the corner. So how's everybody's weekend going? Sorry, I know I've not been very, like, chatty with yous. Other than to tell certain people to stop it. But I'm concentrating and then I get flustered with the biddies and then I don't know what to do.
I think we have enough data on the ancient forest.
And then
now.
apparently my
Wanna
internet just
report to
stopped
the
working.
ecological research team?
Working. It's unfortunate. Right. Ecological dude. And yes, I did purposely say it
Still in
wrong.
one piece, then?
Just. In just. Right, I'll do the Rotten Veil. So you can at least see this creature, because... Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Why do I need to speak to him? What do you want?
All right.
It must have left the ancient forest, right? I know which one this is going to
Be
be.
careful.
I wondered why I didn't recognize it in the ancient forest.
Partner, that was a Kushala Daora.
Yes.
Didn't expect to see one in the New World too.
I'm pretty sure I called this one the Maleficent.
I'm thankful.
Good, I'm glad you're thankful. Don't know what the fuck for. But good. Right, let's have a look at the new shiny shit. Shiny. Have you got much planned with the rest of your evening? Perhaps? Right, Palico first, because priorities. Are we ready? Isn't that just ridiculous? Look at it, the hair even wiggles. We don't look that ridiculous,
Money
I
don't
don't
jiggle,
think.
jiggle. It folds,
Keep
I'd like
drinking,
to see you
then
wiggle, wiggle,
fair.
for sure.
Keep drinking and then pass out, lol.
Fair. What's ours look like? Ready? So this is the alpha. Very off with his head, steampunk. And the beta. Also off with his head, steampunk, but kind of sassy. I'm not a fan. That's just me. Right, I'll go do this Rotten Vale thing so we can see the pretty. Oh, excuse me. Right. Second camp. I farmed the shit out of this one, so I've got a pretty good idea of where to find it. I will be hopping in a VC after this if anyone is about and fancies a natter. Oh, also, while I remember, Sonar and myself have been considering well, I say considering, we're setting up a Dead by Daylight.
Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure.
You streaming for much longer?
We're going to find the Elder Dragon on this, and then once we've found it, I'll either attempt to kill it or come back. I don't know which. It depends if we find it or not. And then I will be leaving. We've set up a... Oh, goody odd again. Whew, excuse me. We're setting up a Dead by Daylight style stream. No. Discord. Because on social Saturdays, we are gonna do custom games. So it's not like, you know, when you get some of them toxic online people. Ooh, what the fuck are you? Ooh. Nice. You know how you get people that screen snipe you and stuff, and it's just irritating. We're doing basically a private one. But we figured we'd make a Discord to go with it because she's got people in her Discord that'd like to do it. I might have people in mine that'd like to do it. I am going to put a announcement up just in case anyone would like to do it.
You think this was made by the Elder Dragon the Third Fleet Master told us about?
If that's not your thing, that's fair enough. Just mentioning it. Itchy eyebrow. I love DVD. Well, if you'd like, I'll either put a link to the server up in Discord, or I can just inbox you or send you the invite, because I'm pretty sure I've got you on my Discord anyway, so I should just be able to send you the invite. And then you can hop in there and join our private games if you'd like. Because we'll still stream it, because it's entertaining to play and it's entertaining to witness on the stream. But one of the main reasons I don't stream it is for the screen sniping, because it just pisses me off. Like, look, the last time we streamed it and that fella hopped in after tunneling us and sitting in stream sniping, then being like, that was such an easy game. It's like, well, fucking obviously, mate, you were watching where everybody was. I still say I either got tugged too much or not enough as a child. But I'm an asshole. Yeah, that was the sucking. It was funny, but it was like, it just does me head in. Especially when they hop on into your chat and then try and be like, Billy Big Bollocks, and it's just like, petal. No. I'm silly. If I wanted to talk to an arsehole, I'd ask someone to bend over. Right, where are... I was being polite that stream. You were. It was quite funny. Like, I'm not willing to talk to someone that stupid. Right, water bad. Water bad, water burn. Nullberries help. Oh, I don't need many more. Definitely need some of them because I can't remember whether I fully stocked up. Thank you. Can I get through here
Money
yet?
don't jiggle jiggle.
No.
It folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle.
Okie
for
dokie.
sure.
BRB.
Okay. I'm gonna get him back, you know. 100%. 5 o'clock start in the morning. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Not a problem. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. I hope you sleep well. Yes, I will have my revenge. I thought it might have let us in, because that's where the Elder Dragon's from. That's its lair, if you will. Oh, oh. Haha. Really? Devil's Blight. Come on. There was a bit of bug. I'm starting to lean forward, sorry. Oh, hello. You're not the one I want. You're probably going to pick a fight with us, though. Yep. Stay down, Pete. Stay down. Good, Pete. You're a good boy. Right, I need blue. Oh, need manticores too. Manticore's good. Well, it's not going to be in here, is it? Who is in there, though? What are you doing in here? It ran off, obviously. What are you doing in here?
Oh!
Definitely a plunder. Well, you want to get eaten by Clifford, mate? That's on you. Not mine. Not my circus. Not my monkey. Mm-mm. Whoop-a. Ooh. They're gonna attack me, aren't they? Don't do it. Fuck you. Where am I meant to hide? I don't have any raw meat. I know this isn't what I'm meant to be doing, but I got distracted by a cat, so... And I don't have any raw meat. I wouldn't even know where to get some down here.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Embark.
Embark. Welcome back. I don't know where I'd get raw meat down here. Well, not down here, evidently. Dee 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 dee. Maybe it's the little lizards? Maybe? Oh, Doggeron. Oh, you're a biggin. Okay. I know I started the fight, but like, behave yourself. Reload. Thank you so much. Well, that one just walked in front of me gun. That was very handy. Thank you. Oh, here we go again. Oh. Yeah, you better run! I don't think I'm gonna get any raw meat off these, am I? Nope. Fuck. Behave yourself.
I think we've collected enough Elder Dragon evidence. Let's go report to the Ecological Research Team.
Oh, it did. I don't really know what else I could use. Didn't mean to do that. You keep on moving, Clifford. No, bad dog. Keep going. See, now I found that cat and it says, oh, just give it some raw meat. I've got to do that now. And then we can leave. You can all go away too. I ain't got time for you. Haha, these. Well. Haha, got one.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Can't you go back to camp and get raw meat?
I mean, probably, but effort. Yes, it takes more effort to do this. Chup. Ooh, nearly went dizzy. Right, stay where you are. And after all this, I won't even get any raw meat off these. What's a bet? 100%, yeah. I mean, I'm just round the corner from camp now anyway. Oh, you go away. I suppose. Do it your way. I want that one. I want that one. Hit fold. Oh wow, I've got a lot of notifications. Burr, 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 burr. Do 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 do. Put you back, put you back, put you back. Nope, that's jerky. Meat. Smarty pants. Woo! Whee! Here's the thing, am I just meant to drop it? Or am I meant to craft one of the lure things? No. Because if I do that... Oh! Okay, fine. I'll leave a little trail. It's calling its friends. Look at them all. I'll take it. I have more little animals. It's okay. We're making friends. Look at that. That is a friendship song if I've ever seen one. Yeah. We've got plunder blades. Fuck yeah, I like the plunder blades. Plunder blades are good. And we also have a ninja. But we're now returning from the expedition because we found what we needed. Oh yeah. And we are on the 3-hour marker. Which means we will end here, but we will open a VC. Crikey Moses, the amount of blinking notifications I get as soon as I go live. It's like that thing, people know you're busy. So they just send you shit. Now, I mean, like, 100%.
I think we have enough data on the Rotten Vale now. Are we ready to report our findings?
Still in one piece, then?
Ooh, excuse me. Right, so now it'll... Oh, total third. Of course. Nope. World map, research base. And then they'll be like, ah, it is this creature. And then next time we play, we'll go find the creatures. Do do be do. Meowster, I have urgent news. See, I know what Elder Dragon you're dealing with. The Valhazak. I love this thing.
It's clothed in effluvium? What kind of crazy monster are we dealing with here?
One that looks like something that crawled out of a Tim Burton movie. I love it. So we have new equipment for said Palico. The shield or the plunder blades. Ooh, yous are getting sneaky with this stuff, mind. Did you see that? Plunder blades. I mean, don't get us wrong. Actually, I think we'll stick with that for now. I do like plunder blades, though. We'll see. So, we'll save. And we'll find some delightful bastard to raid. See.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Have some more.
No. No more. Stop it. I will get my revenge, you know. And you know I will. 100%. I appreciate you. But I'm going to slap you.
Folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Sorry I missed that bot lol.
It's okay. Stop it. I don't know what this song is, so it can go away. I do like Chris Stapleton, so we'll keep this one on, because he's good. So, who do we raid? Do you want to stick to Monster Hunter, or should we go see someone we know? Because we have... Let's have a look. So out of people we know, we've got Killing Floor. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, that's it. Killing Floor or Red Dead Redemption 2 out of the people that we know. Or we'll go somewhere with Monster Hunter. Either or, really.
Money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
You're a shit.
You choose lovely.
Shit. Do, do, do. Oh yeah, I forgot that the clip thing's not working. We're gonna go and see Neon. See what his killing floor business is. I was gonna say, is that gonna work? So there are the raid messages. So as always, my lovely, lovely lot, thank you for being here with me. I am so happy that we finally killed that fucking Nergigante. Oh my goodness. We will be back tomorrow with God of War. And then I'm not sure what to do about... I'll discuss it in Discord, because I'm not sure what to do about Monster Hunter now, because once Wilds comes out, obviously I want to finish this game, but I may replace Saturday with the... I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's fine. But I will be in a VC if anyone is about and fancies a chinwag. But until then, thank you very, very much. I'm rather fond of you. And I shall see you all soon. Thank you for being here with me.